your eyes. Imagine that you're planning everything for Christmas. You're excited because all your family are coming to celebrate the holidays. But one day before, you receive a call. A call with the news that your parents had an accident and they died. How would you feel about it? Knowing that seconds before you were planning all with them and now they passed away.
Social science and medicine journals, researchers say that mortality in general increases over the holidays, and deaths in hospitals rise dramatically on Christmas Day and New Year's Day. David Phillips, a sociology professor at the University of California, said that the team's analysis of 55.5 million death certificates showed that the chance of dying during the holiday period increased. It is a difficult situation, but it is real. A lot of people have to endure this situation every year. Grief is the adaptation process that a person has after living a life-changing situation. Most studies agree with the 5 stages of grief proposed by Kubler-Ross: denial, anger, negotiation, depression, and finally, acceptance. But it is very important to keep in mind that the grief process is very different in every person. The most common thing is that everybody passes through all the stages, but not necessarily in the same order. Someone can already be in the acceptance stage, but because of other situation that they're living, they can go back to denial or anger. This process can bring other things such as emotional imbalance, and that is when the person stops expressing his or her feelings until all these things that the person is feeling explode. The death of a loved one is very complicated in any time of the year, but when we lose a loved one during the holidays or when we miss someone during this time of the year, the grief process, especially the way we approach the situation, is more difficult.
Because these are tools and the way that the people use to get the acceptance step. Finally, about the grief process, we can say that expressing everything that we feel is very important so that we can be resilient. In other words, so that we can have the capacity to accept what happened and keep moving forward, even though we still miss the person who passed away.
Todd Negro is an American father of 2 boys and a girl. One day he got home to have lunch. He spent some time with his children, and after some time he started working in his computer. After something between 5 to 10 minutes, he heard a shot. He ran and found out that Ellie, his 5-year-old daughter, had been shot. He called 911, and when his wife got home, she saw what was going on. Sometime after they got to the hospital, a doctor came and told them that Ellie had just died. Todd describes that this night as the longest night he had ever had, because it was the first time he was facing death, and the worst part is that it was his little daughter's death.
But Todd is a very good example of someone who took the best out of this painful situation.
To help the people that are living a grief process during this time of the year, we saw that the Earliest Way, a foundation that assists people affected by tragedy, was asking for help to come up with discussion questions for the grieving related to the upcoming holidays, because they are having an online event for the group with over 10,000 people who have lost a loved one.
The object of this event is to help people share their history by asking them questions related to how they spend the holidays without their loved ones, so that they can create a meaningful experience. We answered with some questions that we think could be useful. For example, what is your favorite holiday memory with the person who passed away? Or if you could talk to this person, what would you like to tell him or her? Or do you have any holiday tradition that reminds you of the person who died? Their way to answer, and in some way to say thank you, was linking the comments that they found useful and that they draw a conclusion with what they were asking for.
We are almost sure that we all know someone that is having a grief process. Remember that grief process can be caused by any life-changing situation. It can be the divorce of the parents, the change of school, moving to another city, among other things. We often don't know what we can do to help them, and most of the times we tend to say things such as, you know, have an angel, or that is the cycle of life. Instead of telling them these type of things, you can help them realize that grief can also reveal gifts, and that is all about perspective instead of only focusing on the fact that the special person is gone. You can focus on everything that he or she taught you, and in all the good memories that you have with your loved one.